Hey there, it's Love Speaks. My poem for you today is Unconditional by Rosemerry, Wahtola, Trommer. In a crowd, you are the furniture. In a boat, you are the sail. In a song, you are the unsung note. In a drought, you are the rain. And you are surely also the burr inside a sock. And you are the thirst, the drought itself. And you, the spine, the lack. In a storm, you are the slicker. And you also the hail. And I am the one who practices how to love however you are. I thought that was a pretty good description of unconditional love. I love learning how to love myself and others. I love learning how to extend powerful, life-changing thought of unconditional love towards myself. I love learning how to be kind. So yesterday, I started feeling overwhelmed about a situation, and I felt really cranky. And so I suffered with that feeling for a while, but self-inflicted suffering, that's the kind I can do something about, right? So I went to my husband. First, I checked in with myself, and I'm like, okay, so I don't want to suffer like this. I went to my husband for support, and I said to him, yeah, I'm cranky. I came clean. I became authentic. I acknowledged my feeling, and I wanted him to hug me after I talked to him about it. So I talked with him about why I might be feeling cranky, what was going on with me, and then he hugged me, and I hugged him, and I experienced a healing, just the cranky feeling lifting up and out, and powerful love just shining from my heart from then on. So unconditional love is important for self and others because that way we can be vulnerable. We can be exactly who we are. My husband was also sharing with me The Simpsons. There is this one episode when The Simpsons was in its heyday, and it was very impactful to him. He never forgot it. And he shared it with me, and I loved it. So the little girl, Lisa, I think her name is, she was feeling really sad about stuff. And so she wasn't smiling a lot. She went for quite a long time, not smiling. And people started, getting into her face about it and confronting her about it and picking on her. And even people would criticize her for being super creative with her instrument, her saxophone. She was being too expressive, so she was getting criticized. And yeah, it's a good reason to be sad, right? And obviously nobody's interested in hearing why you're sad. They're just picking on you about it. So her mother advises her to just stuff her feelings down to her feet until she's walking on them. And she can just, sweep all that stuff under the carpet, and then she'll fit in, and then people will like her, and then happiness will follow. Well, I thought that was a pretty good description of what we are taught. And Marge says, that's what my mother taught me. So then she drops her little girl off at school, and she sees how her little girl is getting treated. And the little girl is trying to smile now because mom asked her to. And she sees how her little girl is being abused, basically, and yeah, taken advantage of. So she whips the car around. She picks up her little girl, and she says, "I was wrong, honey." And she gives her the lowdown. She says, "You know what? You be sad if you want to be sad. You just go right ahead, and we're still going to be here for you. when you're done being sad. And then all of a sudden, Lisa's smiling from ear to ear. And Mom says, I told you don't have to smile anymore. And Lisa goes, I feel like it. I feel happy now, Mom. So Mom gave her permission to be who she was, to be authentic. And that's something we as grown-ups, we need to write ourselves a permission slip today and give ourselves permission to feel our feelings. No matter how grumpy or cranky they are, we need to accept them and to let ourselves feel. Nonviolent Communication by Marshall Rosenberg is amazing. And he's got 108 positive feelings listed on page 44 and of over 100 feelings that are negative on the other page. So you wouldn't believe how many feelings we have, and sorting them out is the first step to accepting them and befriending them. I want to say befriending them. So that's my call to action for today, is authentically accepting our feelings, ourselves, letting ourselves be who we are, and then doing the happy dance when we're ready. Celebrating our powerful divine self when we've released and healed the angst our humanity is suffering. So we don't need to stay stuck in the suffering, because we have our powerful divine self to help us heal. And it involves community. It involves depending and relying on one another, reaching out to one another to talk it out. So that's my lovely, loving message for today. Ciao for now.